Hi folks, welcome to another episode of Ferrum Wrestling 411. I'm your host, Gary Holden. We've got a whole group of wrestlers here with me today. I want to start on the far side of the table, Daniel Reynolds. We've got head coach Nate Yetzer, Paul Biggs, and Tate Dulany. Fellas, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are towards the end of the wrestling season now. Hopefully it's not the end for us. We've got a couple more weeks hopefully here. Coach, you guys are at the East Regionals this weekend. Ferrum has been awarded. Most people know that Ferrum's been awarded the East Regional, the NCAA Division III East Regional. We're hosting it up at the Berglund Center up in Roanoke. Talk a little bit about the ability to wrestle kind of in front of your home crowd here.
Well, I think it's a great advantage. I mean, hopefully most of our guys like wrestling in front of their family and friends and teammates, and I think we'll have a good crowd there. From what I hear, people supporting us, and I think that's important. And, it does have an effect on you when you have the crowd behind you. So,
sure.
So I think it's going to be an advantage. But at the end of the day, we just got to go out and wrestle, and our guys they're ready to go. And we've competed all over the East Coast this year, and we've seen all about the top Division III talent in the country. So we're ready to go.
Sure. Daniel, talk a little bit about this tournament. You were in it last year. All three of you guys were in this tournament last year, correct?
No, I wasn't.
All right, so this will be your first time for you, but you two guys, you weren't because you were injured. So actually, Daniel, you're the only one that's coming back from this tournament. Talk a little bit about how you prepare for a tournament like this.
Well, you really just gotta. For me, it's controlling my weight and just believing in your training. You've worked the whole season for this tournament. This is the biggest tournament for the year before nationals, hopefully, if you place top 3. Mm-hmm. And with it being at the Berglund Center this year, I mean, not having to travel as far. Last year it was at King College in Pennsylvania.
Wait, but is that northern Pennsylvania?
Yeah, by near Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. It's a hike. Yeah.
And along with that home crowd aspect, I mean the traveling, not having to have a long bus ride or a long car ride, it's going to help a lot.
Sure. It must be nice to be able to knowing in your mind you're not having to make that big long ride and get your body acclimated to it after you get off the bus and everything. So now you are a junior this year, right?
Yes.
What are you majoring in?
Graphic design.
Okay. Good. What do you want to do when you get out?
I want to either start my own graphic design company or find a logo for a company that I can design, or just any company that I can design logos for. So.
Great. So maybe you'll be doing some work for us in the athletic department in a couple of years, huh?
Maybe so.
Great. You're wrestling at 157 pounds this weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. I wish you well. Paul, talk a little bit about your weight class. You're 149 pounds this year. Is it much of a cut for you to make that weight
No,
class?
not really at all. Just keeping my weight under control, managing what I eat, just keeping a good diet, and that just kind of wraps that up as far as weight-wise.
How about what are you majoring in here?
Mathematics.
Okay.
So hopefully, I don't really know what I want to do with that. Maybe teach. I don't have any clue at all.
Well, I was a math major from my undergrad as well, so you'll find something to do with that, I'm sure.
Right.
So how's your weight class looking for the regionals this year?
I don't think any of the weight classes are looking too hard. I mean, I shouldn't say too hard, but they're not looking easy. I mean, this is some of the better kids with wrestling here. So we just got to go out, execute, be perfect in everything we do, and I do thoroughly believe it'll turn out for the best for us.
Good. Tate, how's the training been going these last couple weeks as you start to get down towards the grind? Everybody wants to be peaking, obviously. Do you feel like the guys are ready?
Yeah, I definitely feel like the guys are ready. We had a hard training phase past 2 weeks, kind of just relaxing, getting all the technique down, and sharpening our skills right now. So I think we're all peaking at the right time.
Guys, it's an interesting step down the end where you have to make sure your body is ready, got to get the right sleep, got to feed it right, whereas wrestling, you've still got to make weight, so you've got to be really picky about what you're putting in your body. You're probably not putting any of these donuts, which is very nice of the folks at the Mercantile here to provide for us.
Right in your face.
I'm sure those probably aren't helping you all right there, fellas. Sorry about that. We should have put some carrots and celery sticks down there for you.
Yeah, they got the rest of their life to eat donuts, man.
Tate, you wrestled 285 pounds. Is that much of a cut for you at all, or can you pretty much eat what you want?
I can eat whatever I want. I'm usually walking around at like 265, 270, but I did walk on campus this year at probably 300 pounds, so
really,
that wasn't a fun starting.
Okay. Makes you appreciate the people who have to cut weight a lot and everything.
Yes, sir.
You don't see too many upper weight guys, the heavyweights, that have to cut a lot of weight or anything. So
No, sir.
I know when I was in college, we had a guy on our team. He was probably 240, and he ate all he wanted, and we would be starving on the way to matches and everything. So,
Yeah.
Tate, what's your major? You're a junior this year or sophomore?
I'm a sophomore. I'm an agricultural business major, and what I would eventually like to do is manage a ranch out west somewhere.
Okay.
But after college, I hopefully see myself trying to do a OCS, Officer Training Corps, or school for either the Marines or the Army.
Okay. Do a 4-year commitment there, you think? Or?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Well, Paul, talk a little bit about you're the only one that's not from the state of Virginia. You're from just down, but you're probably the closest to the campus here because you're about a half hour away down in
About 45 minutes.
Eden, North Carolina.
Yes.
Okay, great. Talk a little bit about your high school program, where you came from. Was that Moorhead, I think it was?
Yeah, Moorhead High School. They're actually been pretty good for these past years. When I was there, they weren't so great, but they've got a lot of good kids there, a lot of athletic kids. They've been wrestling since they were younger, so they've got a lot of skills on them. And as I've said, they're really athletic, so they've got kind of a whole great combination there, and they've got a good head coach to just push them in the right direction. So
and a year ago, they won the state
champs.
title.
They won this year too.
Won it again this year.
yeah, they've been in the finals for the past 2 years, for the past 3 years, and they won it last year. They kind of had tough luck this year, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I know it's a good program. Daniel, talk a little bit about your high school program. You're up from the Stanton area, correct?
Yeah, in Shenandoah County.
Shenandoah County. Okay.
So, yeah, with my program, I mean, it's a pretty old program. I know that we've got a few championships in the past, however long it's been, like 30 years, 40 years. This year, I'm pretty sure we had our first 4-time state champion, I believe,
Oh, wow.
Nick Campbell, and another 3-timer with Hunter Dean. And I mean, the program has just been getting better since I've been there. I'm not sure what they placed as a team this year, but all 4 years I was
Second,
there,
I think.
was it second?
Clark County, I think, won it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was always top 3 for us. So.
Yeah. Tate, you're from Langley High School, which is just outside the D.C. Beltway.
Just inside, actually.
Inside the Beltway. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that program.
We're really young. We got a good core of coaches. Really trying to build our program back to what we used to be. Back when my older brothers were there, actually. So.
Okay. So how many older brothers do you have that wrestled?
3.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Paul, you have any brothers that are wrestlers?
Yes, I have a younger brother that's wrestling, and he was the starter at 145 for my old high school.
Okay.
So he did pretty well. He qualified for states. Didn't have so much luck at states, but he qualified.
It's always nice to come from the wrestling families and everything.
Right.
I had an older brother that wrestled as well and everything. So, Nate, did you have any brothers? That
Yeah, I
wrestled?
have a younger one who wrestled. He was state placer in Ohio. Then he's down in the Coast Guard. Then I have a older brother who I went to. He was he was really good. Actually took second in the country in high school, and
Wow.
we went to college together at Edinburgh, and he wrestled there for a couple of years here and there. But he liked girls and beer a lot more. So, yeah.
So it sounds like in your house, Mom and Dad didn't have too many knickknacks or things laying around the house.
No. So we actually had mats down in our basement. So the holes all in the drywall, and this is a mess. But
Yeah. Daniel, what about you? Do you have any family members any brothers that were wrestlers?
Yeah, back in high school, when I started in 8th grade. My older brother played basketball. By the time we were in the same grade, by the time we were juniors, he started wrestling, and he ended up being pretty good. He qualified for state his first year. And then my younger brother placed in state last year, but he couldn't wrestle this year because he tore his ACL during football season.
That's a tough
And
injury.
then my 2 youngest brothers just started.
Okay, so you got a really big wrestling family then.
ask him how many brothers and sisters you have. How many brothers and sisters you have?
I'm one of 13. There's
13 children.
Yeah.
Your
6
mother
girls,
is a
7
saint.
boys.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Mrs. Reynolds, we have a lot of respect for you.
Yeah, a lot of respect, man. That's unbelievable.
Well, listen, fellas, I really want to thank you all for coming on the show. I know this is going to be a great weekend of wrestling. Wish you all well, and hopefully we'll be having you back on the show here at some point in time talking a little bit about going to the Nationals. Nate, when are the Nationals?
Nationals are 2 weeks from Saturday.
Okay.
So 2 weeks from Saturday, up in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So
Okay.
it's a Friday, Saturday. and then Fridays, you wrestle, and Saturday is the placement rounds and stuff. So Friday night's awesome. It's awesome rounds. The blood rounds, guys fighting. There's 4 matches each weight class, where the winner is an All-American. So it's pretty fun.
You got the top 8 to be an All-American.
Yep.
All right. So what we're worried about first is top 3 in the East
Absolutely,
Regional and everything. Once again, just for a recap, our East Regional, Ferrum College is hosting it at the Berglund Center in Roanoke, Virginia. It's just off of I-81 and 581. Starts on Sunday, March 1st at 9 a.m. Doors open at 8 o'clock. Tickets are $8.
Right.
And there will be T-shirts available. We have some merchandise from the NCAA. We'll have brackets available. Everything's going to be run on track wrestling, so it'll be easily, you can check it on your iPhones or any type of tablets that you have. So we're excited about the tournament. Fellas, wish you all luck. Thanks for being on the show.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
All right, folks, that's our show for today. We'll be back next week, talk with Coach Yetzer after the regionals. Thanks for being with us, and have a great day.